Hi everyone, I'm Gavin. I'm a golf fitness trainer. I work with Brandon and I've been working with him since 2013.
Gavin and I met for the first time in about 2009, 2008, if I'm not mistaken, as I was part of the South African Golf Academy.
And he was probably about 14 or 15 years old. That's probably the first time I saw him. I heard about him before that. I heard about this good talent to work with.
And we met at the World of Golf and I was 60 kilograms of bones and skin and my power was nowhere, but I had a lot of talent and managed to survive for that through the amateur and early professional career that I had.
He's a natural athlete, played a couple of sports, so it was easy to work with. But really once we got to about 2017, 2018, once he transitioned through one or two of his wins and he wanted to take his career to the next level, he approached me to go full-time with him on tour.
Probably post Scottish Open Championship in 2018, I took a big look and a big assessment of where I was, and the main thing or main characteristic that I identified that I could improve on was my physical aspects. I wasn't strong enough, I wasn't fit enough, and my diet was horrendous to say the very least. And I approached Gavin to work with me full time, to travel with me around the world and to get me into a physical state that would allow me to compete with the best players in the world. I mean, you look at the likes of Rory, Brooks, Dustin, Justin Rose, all these guys are now athletes and then golfers second.
He felt like it was a portion of his career that needed the most attention in terms of consistency. So from end of 2018, beginning of 2019, I traveled with him full time. So it was a full schedule last year. And I mean, the results and the consistency have been fantastic. I mean, he's seen a lot more consistency in his strength gains. We're starting to see him almost create a bit of a second gear or an extra gear with regards to his distance. He's creating a lot more control with the driver, which is what he wanted. But then more than that, you know, we're increasing his capacity to work.
A big moment for me in 2020 was when I played 10 weeks in a row on the road, and my best week out of those 10 was the second last. And of those 10 events, made 7 cuts, which was the best percentage of cuts made I've had as a professional. And I felt great at the end of those 10 weeks.
You know, he's able to work a lot more and still recover the next day. So we're not experiencing those extreme downs in terms of his energy levels, which was one of the areas we wanted to work on. So that essentially is what it is in a nutshell. I mean, there's a lot of nuts and bolts that go to that story, but you know, in terms of our sessions, a lot of it depends on where we are in the season. So we have a long-term plan, a couple of years, where we are now, we're sort of transitioning along our journey, but we've got a 5-year plan in place, you know, where we want to be in 5 years and what we want to try and achieve physically. Ultimately, my job is to try and make his coach's job and his job easier on the golf course. So everything that we do in the gym, whether it's a strength workout, power workout, speed, or even mobility, it's really just to try and make his job easier on the golf course and to try and tie in with what he's doing technically in his golf swing as well. So we try and manage his energy levels. So, you know, when the playing schedule is the volume is up, we try and decrease the volume in the gym, and obviously vice versa.
Every now and then we get a Facebook memory of a golf tournament from 2016, 2017, and I reflect back on that being 60 to 62 kilograms, like I said, skin and bones, and I look at myself now, look at how much better I'm swinging the golf club, how much more consistent I am, and overall, the better athlete that I've become.
I wouldn't be doing my job if I wasn't pushing him. So yeah, that's what he pays me to do. So, you know, we try and push the boundaries where we can to make sure that he can handle the load of what we're doing, but at the same time we're still recovering. So it's been a great journey so far. I feel like our best years are ahead of us still. So lots of laughs along the way, a couple of hard times too, but I mean, I guess that's part of the sport. So good times.